information ahead of the 2024 election. It comes.
Minister for National Security, Honorable Dampare. Minister for Information, Honorable Fatima Abubakar. The Inspector General of Police, Dr. Akuffo Dampare. Director General of the National Signals Bureau, Mr. Akuffo Addo. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, His Royal Majesty, King Teko Churu II Gamanche, esteemed media colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe just before we commence this, I would like to put on record vividly that the platform today we have organized is not for the settlement of scores, maybe for just the purposes of the plenary discussions we're going to be having. It's not for the settlement of scores. We thought there was a need for a multi-dimensional approach to fight a common enemy in the name of disinformation, misinformation, and fake news. On that note, I would like to welcome you warmly once again. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gathered this morning
Minister for National Security, Minister for Information, the Deputy Majority Leader and Member of Parliament for Asuquo, and other members of Parliament, Inspector General of Police, and other security chiefs, Chairperson of the National Commission on Civic Education, the Director General of the National Signals Bureau, Director General of the Cyber Security Authority, Managing Editor of the Ghana Report, Nika, Nime, Name, members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished invited guests, fellow Ghanaians, ladies and gentlemen. I'm grateful to the Managing Editor of the Ghana Report, Rashida Sani, for the invitation to be here today. Today we gather to discuss a topic of great importance to our democracy, dealing with misinformation and information, election 2024. This discussion is relevant and crucial to preserving the integrity of our democratic process. Ghana stands proudly as a beacon of democracy in Africa. Since the return to constitutional rule in 1993, with the promulgation of the Constitution of the Fourth Republic, after 3 decades of military rule, we conducted 8 successful general elections. These elections have resulted in 3 peaceful transitions of power, showcasing our commitment to democratic principles and the rule of law. The peaceful transitions of power is evidenced by the changes in national political leadership from the new Patriotic Party to the National Democratic Congress and back, underscores the maturity of our democratic institutions and the resilience of our electoral processes. Our democratic journey has been made possible by the active participation of the citizenry, a robust civil society, and a free media. These elements reinforce collectively Ghana's reputation as a stable democratic nation. It is within this context that we must address the growing challenge of misinformation and disinformation, which threatens to undermine the democratic gains we have made. Ladies and gentlemen, since the return to constitutional rule, each election held has contributed to the consolidation of the nation's democratic credentials. The seamless transitions of power are testaments to the strength of our democratic institutions vibrancy of civil society, and the independence of the judiciary. These institutions have made significant contributions to safeguarding the rule of law and ensuring that the will of the people is respected. Our media landscape, characterized by diverse and free media, has been effective in promoting transparency and accountability. The Electoral Commission has consistently demonstrated its attachment to conducting free, fair, and credible elections. The Commission's dedication to transparency and its efforts to engage with all stakeholders have been crucial in maintaining public confidence in the electoral process.
Please allow me to commend the organizers of this very important program. Anamoah, which aims to reflect soberly on our impending elections in December this year. Our main objective is geared towards how we go about performing better than we did 4 years ago, thus improving this very important process. At the heart of our country's democracy lies a process of elections. Elections are more than the mechanism for choosing leaders or leadership of a country. They are an affirmation of our rights and responsibilities as citizens of a country. Through our votes, we hold the power to shape our future.
The impact of misinformation and disinformation on the electoral process cannot be exaggerated. False information can skew public perception of candidates and political parties, leading to uninformed decision-making at the polls. It can also create confusion and distrust, undermining the credibility of the electoral process. Moreover, disinformation campaigns often exploit societal divisions and amplify existing tensions, posing a risk to social cohesion. We've witnessed how such campaigns can incite violence and disrupt public order, as seen in other parts of the world. In the run-up to the 2008, 2012, and 2016 presidential elections, and Madam Sani, I'm not here to settle scores, I was the target of numerous false and malicious stories aimed at attacking my credibility and integrity. 2008, baseless allegations of drug trafficking were spread, along with numerous rumors about my health, intended to cast doubt about my ability to serve as president. President Akuffo was also accused in 2008 of having sold all of Ghana's gold reserves. Again, the 2012 election saw false reports of my alleged arrest in London for drug possession and fabricated quotes designed to stir ethnic tensions. In 2016, it was alleged by sympathizers of the opposition that I had killed my late wife. Today, with a few months to the December 2024 elections, they are at it again. A fabricated document entitled Dampare is being peddled around by operatives of the opposition as evidence of a grand scheme by my party to annex the state, the assets of the state. These experiences underscore the importance of discerning truth from falsehood and the need for all of us to remain vigilant against the dangers of misinformation and disinformation. As we approach the 2024 general elections, we have to address these challenges head-on. We should take proactive measures to curb the spread of false information and ensure that the public has access to accurate and reliable information. In today's digital age, the media, both traditional and digital, is central to to shaping public opinion. It is essential that media outlets adhere to the highest standards of journalistic integrity and accuracy. Journalists must be vigilant in verifying information before dissemination, and media houses must prioritize fact-checking and correcting false reports. Social media, while revolutionizing communication, has also become platforms for misinformation and disinformation. While social media has democratized information sharing, it has also made it easier for false information to proliferate. This poses an immense challenge, particularly during election periods when the stakes are high and the public's right to accurate information is paramount. It is important that these apps take proactive measures to identify and remove false content while promoting credible sources of information. Collaboration between governments and technology companies is imperative in this regard. The media landscape has evolved considerably over the last few decades, with the rise of digital platforms transforming the way we consume information. Traditional media outlets, including newspapers, radio, and television, have long been trusted sources of news. However, the advent of social media has introduced new dynamics, enabling the rapid spread of information to a global audience. Government recognizes the importance of working collaboratively with media organizations and technology companies to address this challenge. We have initiated dialogues with these stakeholders to explore effective strategies for combating misinformation and disinformation. We have undertaken several initiatives to address this challenge, such as A, strengthening regulatory frameworks. We've enhanced our legal and regulatory frameworks to hold individuals and organizations accountable for spreading false information. B, collaborating with technology companies. We're engaging with social media companies and other tech firms to develop mechanisms for monitoring and curbing the spread of false information. These partnerships are essential in our fight against digital misinformation and misinformation. C, public awareness campaigns, educating the public about the dangers of misinformation and disinformation and how to identify false information is crucial. We will launch nationwide campaigns to raise awareness and promote media literacy among our citizens. And D, supporting fact-checking organizations. Fact-checking organizations play a vital part in verifying information and debunking false claims. The government will provide support to these organizations to enhance their capacity and reach. In addition to these efforts, I'm pleased to present our ideas and policies to the electorate in a truthful and respectful manner. Campaigns should be based on substantive issues and policies rather than on the dissemination of false information or personal attacks. Political actors should demonstrate leadership and integrity by rejecting misinformation and disinformation and by promoting a culture of honesty and accountability. I also call on political parties and candidates to educate their supporters about the importance of peaceful conduct during the electoral process. It is our collective responsibility to ensure that the elections are conducted in an atmosphere of peace and respect, free of violence and intimidation. Civil society organizations are invaluable partners in the efforts to curb misinformation and disinformation. Their work in promoting transparency, accountability, and media literacy is essential. We encourage civil society to continue their advocacy and to work closely with government and other stakeholders. The public has also a crucial role to play. As consumers of information, we must be discerning and skeptical of the sources on which we rely. It is important to verify information before sharing and to rely on reputable news sources. Each of us has a responsibility to contribute to a well-informed electorate. Media literacy is a key component of the strategy to combat misinformation. By educating citizens on how to evaluate properly information, we can empower them to make informed decisions and to recognize and reject false information. Civil society organizations and educational institutions have insightful contributions to make in promoting media literacy and critical thinking skills. I also encourage the public to participate actively in the democratic process, because the democratic process is essentially about the public. This includes attending public forums, engaging with political candidates, and exercising their right to vote. An informed and engaged electorate is the foundation of a strong democracy. As we move towards the 2024 general elections, let us reaffirm our commitment to a fair and transparent electoral process. Misinformation and disinformation are challenges that require collective action. By working together, government, media, civil society, political parties, and the public, we can create an environment where truth prevails and our democracy thrives. In conclusion, I want to thank the Ghana Report for organizing this event and for their continuous efforts in promoting credible journalism. Let us all pledge to curb misinformation and disinformation as we prepare for the 2024 general election. Together, we can ensure that our elections result in true reflections of the will of the people, and that Ghana continues to stand as a beacon of democracy and stability. May God bless us all in our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you so an infrastructure company can do.
And others in your space.
And others in our space, right? So, but as an infrastructure company, what we do is build the roads. The road authority.
Do it. After persuading them to not to do it, and they do it, and the forces of the criminal justice system get to them. Support us, don't fight us. Now let's look at civil society. What a powerful tool in our governance structure. If it was left to me alone, if the fourth estate has been given to the media, let's give the fifth estate to civil society. But the sad thing is that I've seen that the non-traditional media still want to claim the fifth estate, so that the media alone will have two estates, the fourth and the fifth. I think one thing we can come out from this as a suggestion is to try and promote civil society, because of the wonderful job they are doing, the role they can play in partnership with all of us in dealing with these menace. So I call them the status of the fifth estate, so that if from first to fifth we all put ourselves together, we'll make a difference. So that it will be on us, all the institutions, force us to act proactively, get information from us and share it across, because we are trusted and believe in the communities they serve. Now looking at it from the political parties, a lot has been said already, so I'm not going to the place. But the fundamental point is that as political parties and the individuals standing for elections at various levels, remember this: you are all just potential employees wanting to work for us. So as you come and apply, and the positions are limited, you should measure your expectations such that it doesn't become a do and die affair. Because if you don't do it today, that's God's will. It will be tomorrow. So let's be very measured when it comes to that. That's a little I want to add to that point, Kabi. Now let's look at the criminal justice system. We are grateful for all the comments, constructive criticisms that have come to us this morning. I want to assure you, in our quest to becoming the best institution in the country and a reference point for the rest of Africa and beyond, we accommodate that fully, because we feel that it will take only that for us to become better. So we take all of them in good faith, and we work on them, and we'll make sure that we'll continue to do the job in a way that will win your hearts and minds. And finally, as my colleagues and moderator are already seated, I want to say, we the people. We the people, let us support every system, every structure, as long as the actions being taken are in our interest and the interest of humanity. And let's be less divided when it comes to fighting a common enemy. Other than that, we will always come back and be talking about the same issue with no solution, no progress. So in conclusion, Honorable Minister, the Chief, the King of the Ghana State, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is my country, the only one I have. This is your country, the only one you will ever have. This is our country, our birthplace. Where else do you want us to go if we don't find ways of coexisting peacefully? I thank you very much.
This one.